What about the attitudes to gays, for example, that
I personally don't think homosexuality is a good thing. That's my belief being a Christian. I don't think two men should sleep together or two women should sleep together, and I stand by that. What I believe in is obviously coming here, collaborating. Before gay people came out and women, this country did not tolerate that.
Was that a better time?
I believe it was a better time. But from the Bible, that these things are not right. It's not good.
The moral mix is Peter.
I would defend Betty's right to hold those views.
Well,
they're her conscientious
Yeah.
views. Where I would object is the way in which people like Betty, some people like Betty, seek to impose her morality on everyone else through the law of the land. So they want to make their morality the legal morality that binds us all.
Now, let me answer that.
Let Betty first, then Councillor Alan Craig, and then we'll come to the panel.
I do strongly believe you will not be sitting here if you didn't have a mother. A man and a woman, you were given birth to by a woman, the family together. And so by then, I do believe clearly that being a homosexual is not a good thing. It's your choice. You were not forced to be homosexual.
So, Richard Dawkins, are you worried at all by some of the social attitudes that come into this country?
I'm worried when somebody sitting next to a well-known gay activist says, "I believe that you had a mother," and gets a round of applause. Now that's bigotry, and I'm worried about that.
He was given birth to by a woman. It was his choice to be gay. That is what I believe. I believe that to be the truth. And so I don't personally believe that two men should live together or two women should be. That is my belief, and I stand by that.
I don't care what you personally believe.
Stand by that, and I stand by
Richard Dawkins?
I don't think it's of much interest what you or anybody else personally believes.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
The question is, what is the evidence?
Yeah.
And there is no evidence that, as you say, you have a choice about being gay or not. You justified what you said on biblical grounds, which sounds awfully much to me like forcing your views upon other people.
I guess what this comes down to. Hang on, let's not get sidetracked too much on this. But you are one of 10 candidates standing for the position of Mayor of London. Carry on.
Thank you very much. Get Ken Livingstone out, that's what I do. I think what we see here is what we heard from Professor Dawkins, that extraordinary arrogance, that if you have some views different from his, your views are not acceptable. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as a vacuum. There are therefore values in the public sphere. The question is whether you have the lady here, the Pentecostal evangelical, with whom I would identify and encourage her to speak up, or you get the arrogance that says her views are not valid. Actually, there have to be some views out there. The question is, can we live together? Can we tolerate each other? Not write one another out like Professor Dawkins was trying to do. She's absolutely entitled to her views.
Tolerance and freedom of speech we will come on to, and the right to offend, but surely all our views are valid, aren't they?
No, not necessarily. It depends on the evidence. She made a factual statement about the upbringing of gays and about whether gay people are free to change their minds or not. That is a factual statement. There is evidence bearing on it. That means that personal opinion, which is not informed by evidence, is not of interest.
Very quick question, and Professor, if I can ask you for a brief answer. Lara.
People believe in God because it provides them with a sense of hope. And without God, where would that sense of hope derive from?
Okay, first thing to say about that is that the universe does not owe you a sense of hope. It could be that the world, the universe, is a totally hopeless place. I don't, as a matter of fact, think it is. But even if it were, that would not be a good reason for believing in God. You cannot say, I believe in X, whatever X is, God or anything else, because that gives me hope. You have to say, I believe in X because there is some evidence for X. In the case of God, there is not a tiny shred of evidence for the existence of any kind of God.